Welcome to your yoga flow for opening the hips. Today we'll be working on stretching out our glutes, lengthening our hamstrings and quads as we open up our hips and allow ourselves to feel good in our bodies. So if you're ready to begin, grab your mat and we'll get started. Beautiful. Let's begin lying down on our mats. Bring the bottoms of your feet together and allow your knees to fall out to either side for Supta Baddha Konasana, or reclined butterfly pose. If this is a little intense for you right now, feel free to grab a couple blocks or pillows and place them under each knee in order to support your butterfly pose. Let's have our hands placed on our belly. Inhale deeply into your lungs and exhale, open your mouth and sigh it all out. Let it go. Let's close our eyes for a moment and take this time to set a personal intention for our practice today. Beautiful. And now let's bring your mind to your breath. Focus on the rising and falling of your belly, of your rib cage, gathering as much oxygen as you can with every inhale. And on each exhalation, just sighing it all out, letting go of the negative energy, of any energetic blocks. Inhale. And exhale, sigh it out, let it go. As our inner thighs and groin muscles get gently stretched here, it allows for the toning of our lower abdomen, thus helping us reduce excess fat. So breathe in deeply into your belly, and with each exhale, try to increase the stretch in your inner thighs by allowing the knees to fall further and further towards the mat or further into the pressure of the blocks underneath your knees or pillows. Inhale and exhale. Wonderful. Now let's cross your ankles, remove any props, and start to rock like a ball until you're coming up into a seated position. Balancing on your sits bones, and plant your feet into the mat, bending your knees. And whenever you're ready, inhale and lift your feet off of the mat, allowing your shins to be parallel to the earth. Point your toes and lean back slightly, balancing on your sits bones for boat pose, Navasana. Toning our abdomen here, engaging the core, and beginning to ignite that fire within us, that yang energy. Inhale, lean a little bit further back. Exhale, see if you can let go of your shins and place the palms on either side of your legs, facing them up to the sky. Inhale, tuck the belly into the spine. Exhale, let it go, hold it. Last inhalation here. And exhale, let it go. Release your feet down to the mat and make your way into a forward fold with bent knees. Standing with our feet slightly apart at the top of the mat. Generous bend in the backs of the knees, allowing our chests to fall all the way forward onto our thighs. You can feel free to grab opposite elbows here and rock gently from side to side if that feels good for you. Or you can simply allow your head to hang heavy, placing your hands on your shins or on the mat, wherever you can. Inhale, send breath into your hamstrings. And exhale, open your mouth, sigh it out, exhaling that heat. Inhale through your nose and let it go. Awesome. Let's inhale, lengthen up halfway, flat back, and straighten your legs a little bit. Exhale, dive back down to forward fold with bent knees and roll all the way up to standing, arms overhead, gaze up, and exhale, palms come through your heart center to Anjali Mudra, prayer position. Inhale and exhale, lower your hands down by your sides. Open hands, open heart. For Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms around and up, gaze up to the sky. Exhale, bend the knees and dive to forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, bend both knees and plant the hands into the earth or onto your shins. Inhale, let's straighten the right leg and reach the right arm up to the sky for a forward fold twist, allowing the hamstrings to be truly lengthened here, sending breath to the backs of your legs, to your calves, preparing our bodies for the deep hip opening stretches. Inhale, gather all of that positive energy. Exhale, let go of all things that no longer serve you. Trust your journey. Wonderful. Inhale, reach the fingertips higher, stack the shoulders, and exhale, lower down to the ground. Inhale, straighten the left leg and bend the right knee, reaching the left arm all the way up to the sky. Fingertips actively reaching, gazing up, out into the universe. Really root down through the bottoms of your feet here. Bend deeply into that right leg, allowing the left leg to truly be lengthened. Compressing that right hip joint, opening the shoulders out to the left side. Make sure that your hips are a little bit forward so that they're right on top of your heels. Inhale, reach it further. Exhale, come back to forward fold. Bend your knees. Plant your hands into the earth and let's step back into plank. Inhale, move your weight forward. Exhale, take Chaturanga Dandasana. Lower your knees to the mat here if you wish, and then inhale up to Cobra Pose or into Upward Facing Dog. And exhale, release back into Downward Dog. Beautiful work. Feel free to walk out this first Downward Dog, bending one knee, sending the opposite heel into the mat, lengthening the spine, and reaching the sternum towards the earth. Hug your biceps forward so that your triceps are pointing towards the mat, elbows facing away. Root down through all points of your palms in order to protect your wrists and shoulders. Breathe deeply. Don't overwork. Don't underwork. Simply be here and do what feels good for your body today. Inhale, gaze front. Exhale, raise the heels, bend the knees, and take a few steps back into your forward fold. Inhale, lengthen up halfway. Exhale, root to rise. Come all the way up to standing. Gaze up and exhale. Hands come through heart center and open. Tadasana. Awesome. Inhale, reach the arms overhead parallel to one another. Face the palms together and drop the shoulders down your back. On your next exhalation, sink the hips low into chair pose, Utkatasana. Bending the knees deeply and leaning slightly forward on a diagonal. Weight is all the way back in your heels, so if you were to gaze down at your toes, you'd be able to see them in front of your knees. Great work. Let's hold it here for a moment, igniting the fire within ourselves, activating those glute and hamstring muscles so that we can then stretch them out and allow for more flexibility. Inhale, lengthen your spine, sink the hips 1 inch lower. Exhale, gaze out and away from your body, dropping the shoulders down the back. Inhale, firm your shoulders. Exhale, sink 1 inch lower. Inhale, and exhale, dive to forward fold. Inhale, lengthen up halfway. Exhale, step back into plank. And take your flow and let's meet in downward dog. Whether it be a chaturanga or simply just moving back into your downward dog. Whatever is within your practice today. This is your journey. Don't compare yourself to an image you may have or others you may see. Turn your attention inward, giving back to your body. Wonderful. In this downward dog, try to have the heels all the way down as far as you can towards the mat, reaching the hamstrings towards the back of the room. Elongate your neck by dropping your shoulders into your back. Wonderful job. Inhale, gaze front. Exhale, raise your heels, bend your knees, and hop or step into forward fold. Inhale, lengthen up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Roll all the way up to standing, arms up, and exhale, lower. Tadasana. Inhale, reach the arms around and up. Exhale, sink the hips low into Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale, and let's bring our palms to Anjali Mudra in this chair pose. Thumbs pressing into your chest and palms resisting each other. Lengthening your neck, lengthening the head out and forward. Inhale and exhale. Let's twist over to the right side. See if you can place your left elbow on the far side of your right knee. Being sure that both knees are square to the front of the mat so that your left knee isn't too far forward or your right is too far back. Keep your hips square in this twist to feel the full benefits of this posture. Giving back to your body for all that it does for you. Inhale, drop the shoulders down the back. Exhale, sink 1 inch lower in your chair pose. Inhale and exhale, release your twist, and let's go to the left side, placing the right elbow on the far side of the left knee and being sure that your hips stay square, so don't allow the right knee to push forward or back. And really open up the chest towards the left side, welcoming all of that positive energy into your being. Opening your mind up to new opportunities, opening it to growth, self-love, self-compassion. Inhale and exhale, release your twist, come back to center, arms reach overhead, and exhale, dive to forward fold. Inhale, lengthen up halfway. Exhale, step back into plank and take your flow. Chaturanga Dandasana, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Awesome. Inhale. Let's lift the right leg off of the mat. Three-legged dog. Exhale, bring that knee into your chest and step between your hands. Lower the left knee down to the mat, release the toes, and lift up your chest into Anjaneyasana, Crescent Lunge, or Low Lunge. Pressing the palms together above our heads, gazing up to the sky, being sure that both hips are square to the front of the mat. Your right foot is parallel to the sides of your mat, and your hips are tucked up into your belly, activating that core, getting rid of excess fat around our mid-body. Inhale Deepen your lunge. Sink the hips lower. Exhale. Let go of all that no longer serves you. Inhale, reach higher. Exhale, place both hands on the inside of your right foot and heel toe your right foot out to the edge of your mat. Coming into our lizard pose. Uttan, Prishtasana. If this is a little intense for your left hip flexor, feel free to tuck the left toes underneath and firm that back knee in order to decrease the intensity of that stretch. Otherwise, stay a little bit upright and don't lean so far forward. You can also place a couple blocks underneath your forearms in order to support this lizard pose. Whatever is within your practice today. This yoga is for you, for your body. Simply breathe into this lizard pose. As we open our hips, we're also toning our shoulders and upper body here. So really activating all of our energy while still allowing the body to be lengthened. Wonderful. Let's take one more full inhalation here. And exhale, let it go. And heel toe your right foot back underneath your body. Tuck the left toes under if you haven't already and firm your back leg. Spiral the left heel down to the mat and then cartwheel your arms up into Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Your left toes are on a diagonal facing forward. Your right foot remains parallel to the side of the mat, bending deeply into that right knee, allowing it to be right over that right ankle. Not letting the knee fall in or out to the sides. Inhale, reach your triceps to the back of the room, firming your arms. Exhale, see if you can sink 1 inch lower in your warrior, opening those hips and straightening that back leg. Both hip bones are facing towards the left top corner of your mat, so not all the way out to the sides. Remain strong here in this proud warrior pose. You are worthy. You are radiant. This is your practice. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, place the hands onto the mat and turn the left foot out to the back of your mat. Slowly lower your hips down into Skandasana. Feeling free to slide that right foot out away from your body if it's within your practice, allowing the hips to sink low into this side lunge. You can also place a block underneath your hips here to sit upon in order to support your Skandasana. Whatever you need to do today to make this feel good for your body. Here in Skandasana, we're not only elongating the inner thighs, but we're also opening the hip flexors and compressing the backs of our hips, increasing our hip flexibility, and letting go of energetic blocks that we may have. Awesome. Inhale and exhale. Let go of all that no longer serves you. Inhale and exhale. Press into the mat and lift back up into your Warrior 2. Inhale and exhale. Cartwheel the arms back down into the mat. Step back into plank. Take your flow or skip it and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Awesome. Inhale. Let's lift the left leg up to three-legged dog this time. Exhale. Bring your knee to your chest and step between the hands. Lower the right knee down to the mat and release the right toes, lifting the chest up into Anjali, Crescent Lunge. Press the palms together, feeling the energy transfer between each hand, firming your elbows, dropping the shoulders down the spine. Tuck the hips up into your belly. Inhale. And exhale, let it go. Release. Inhale. And exhale. Place the hands on the inside of the left foot and heel toe your left foot out to the edge of your mat, creating our lizard pose, Uttan Prishtasana. Compressing that left hip joint here and lengthening the right. Toning our arms, our shoulders, and welcoming all of that positive energy, all of the light and love into our beings. Releasing everything that doesn't serve us any longer. Releasing the negativity, the worries, the stress. Visualize these leaving your body, letting it go. Feel a little bit lighter. Beautiful. Inhale, and let's heel toe our left foot back underneath ourselves. Tuck the right toes underneath and firm your right leg. Spiral the back heel down to the mat and cartwheel your arms up into Warrior 2. Virabhadrasana 2. Awesome job. Beautiful, proud warriors. Firming our back leg, sinking deep into the front leg. Lengthening the legs, the spine. Tucking your hips up into the belly, allowing your spine to be lengthened. Toning all of our body here. Our core, our arms, the backs of our legs, the quads. Inhale, reach the fingertips wide. Exhale, place the hands onto the mat beside you and turn the right toes out to face the back of the room, lowering yourself into Skandasana. Sliding that left heel along the mat to make room for yourself. Again, you can sit on a couple blocks here or a pillow to support your Skandasana, or simply hover above the earth in a position that feels comfortable for you, allowing the hips to be opened and the inner thighs to be lengthened. Simply breathe into your version of this side lunge, welcoming that self-compassion into your body, into your mind. Trust your journey. You are exactly where you need to be. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale, let it go. Release your Skandasana and press back up into Warrior 2. Inhale and exhale, cartwheel the arms down to the mat and step back into high plank. Inhale, move your weight forward. Exhale, take Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Beautiful work. Inhale, gaze front. Exhale, raise the heels, bend the knees, and hop into Malasana, our yogi squat. So feet are wide and turned out to the sides. You can have your heels on the mat and your toes slightly off to make room for your hips. As we lower our hips down and further to the mat, we create space in the spine and lengthen the groin muscles. Try to have the shoulders drop down the back. And don't hunch your body forward. Stay as high up as you can while still lengthening the spine and the neck. Inhale, welcoming that light and love. Exhale, let it go. This garland pose allows pain from our lower back to be released as we're stretching out all of the surrounding muscles. We're also improving our digestion by activating the core here. Inhale fully into the lungs And exhale, let it go. Beautiful work. Inhale and raise the hips back up to the sky, placing the hands into the mat. Heel toe your feet back together, coming into forward fold. Inhale, lengthen up halfway. Exhale, place the hands into the mat and step back into plank. Inhale, move your weight forward, and exhale, just simply send the hips back into downward dog. Inhale, and let's lift the right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your knee into your chest and lower into pigeon pose. So reaching that right shin towards your left thumb and lowering your hips as far down as you can. You can also place a pillow underneath your hips here to support your pigeon. Whatever feels good for you. Inhale, reach the chest high, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold over into your pigeon. Really getting deep into those glute muscles, opening up our hip joints. You can rest your head upon your forearms or upon a block. Really just trying to relax into this posture, letting go of all muscles that don't need to be activated here. Softening your face, your shoulders, your right hip. Inhale, sending love and oxygen to that right hip joint. Exhale, letting go of the negative energy of your worries and stress. Inhale and press into the hands. Exhale, tuck your back toes under and step back into downward dog. Inhale, let's switch it up. Left leg comes to the sky, three-legged dog, and lower into your pigeon pose. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, release your chest over that left leg. Resting your head upon your forearms or on a block or a pillow. Again, if this is a little intense for you right now, feel free to place a block underneath your hips or a pillow underneath your hips to support this pigeon pose. You're exactly where you need to be. Trust your journey. Beautiful. Inhale and press into your hands. Tuck your right toes underneath. Exhale, step back into your downward dog. Inhale, gaze front between your hands. Exhale, raise your heels, bend your knees, and hop into a seated position on your mat. Inhale, reach your arms forward. Exhale, roll all the way down to your mat, allowing your knees to come into your chest, giving yourself a nice big hug. Rock yourself from side to side. Maybe do a few knee circles here, a few ankle circles, before coming into our happy baby pose, Ananda Balasana, grabbing onto the outsides of your shins or ankles, wherever you can, and pulling your knees into your armpits. Shins are perpendicular to the mat now, and feet rising up to the sky. Opening our groin muscles, opening our inner thighs, and opening our hips. Close your eyes here and allow all of your muscles to melt into the mat. Soften every joint, every tissue, every bone. Sending love to your hips, to your body. Feeling grateful for all that it does for you. Inhale and exhale, release your happy baby and come into Shavasana, our final posture of the practice. Keeping the eyes shut, and now let's flip the palms up to face the sky, Resting the arms on either side of our body. Relaxing your toes out to the sides. Sinking the heels deep into the earth. Relax your knees. Relax your hips, your torso, your chest. Let your heart fall down into the mat. Let your elbows be heavy. Let your fingertips soften. Relax the muscles of your face, of your neck, your shoulders. Let your head be heavy. And truly allow your body to rejuvenate in this wonderful gift of rest and silence. Beautiful. If you're ready to finish off your practice with me today, go ahead and begin to find movement within your body once again. Or continue to lie here in the Shavasana, allowing your body to rejuvenate and be refreshed. Otherwise, roll over onto one side into a fetal position and eventually coming up into a cross-legged seat on your mat. Bring your palms together for Anjali Mudra, prayer position. Thank your body for all that it does. Thank yourself for coming to this practice today and doing something good for your mind and spirit. Go in love and light. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching Mermaid Yoga. Don't forget to share and like this video and subscribe to our channel. Comment any requests or suggestions you may have below. We'll see you again on the mat soon.